Regina from PEEKSKILL Herald is joining me today in front of our blue doors.
Thanks, Tom.
You're quite welcome, Regina.
You're welcome. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you too and everyone else again.
Hi, this is Regina from the PEEKSKILL Herald. Last fall, a professor from MARIST College reached out and asked us if we'd be willing to work with 3 students who were going to be filming a documentary. So today, we're releasing the documentary that they produced, PEEKSKILL, A Friendly City. It's our gift to the city of Peekskill. Happy Easter.
I grew up in the city, and it was just kind of a point in life where we were looking for a little bit more space and less hecticness and a little bit slower pace of life. And so we came up here, which we thought was a nice sort of in-between from the city life and suburban life.
So it's a nice place to live. You know, it's good to raise kids.
No, es muy agradable, es muy bonito. Bueno, en sí, aquí es muy tranquila. It's pretty quiet, and everybody has a smile in their face. That's what I love about it.
It's a beautiful community, very, very diverse community.
I think that there's a lot to be learned here and there's a lot to be gained here, and I think if Peekskill is successful in making steps forward, it really could be a model for other communities.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's what people can afford, you know. People that I know, I have people that I care about, whose families have been in Peekskill for generations, who can no longer live here because they can't find an apartment, they can't afford it.
There's more and more efforts going into affordable housing, but I don't know if it's really meets up to that criteria.
To try to rent a house here, it is so difficult, like for middle or low income people.
Up until recently, Peekskill was the most affordable place in Westchester. There was a lot of potential here. There still is.
Now this showed up in the early 1970s. This is good photographs because it's showing you the difference. When this plot was developed, there were houses similar to this there. So that's a big change from this to this. And Peekskill mostly has been following this pattern ever since. You know, Peekskill was middle class. The man and the woman, usually family worked. They both worked in the factories. Then it changed. The housing became more expensive. So a lot of thinking is, let's bring in richer people. So they want to build luxury apartments. And what they're doing is taking people from other places that just want to get away from the big city. But they're trying to make this like a big city in a way. I don't know what the deal is.
The change in the city was coming when the city started to open the block for the restaurants. The city decided to create some arts district, and I think it was very positive for the community now.
I was really surprised by all of the artists kind of areas and community and businesses.
You know, first comes the artist, then comes the major corporations buying up all the housing. Likewise, there's been massive influx of new individuals, predominantly coming from New York City, like priced out of their homes there, and then have migrated north up to here. This is a community that is an hour-long commute into the city, relatively cheap housing. I think that it's inevitable that gentrification and displacement will occur.
Gentrification doesn't have to be a 4-letter word. You know, people like more coffee shops and more shopping and clean streets and this and that. I think the issue that people have a problem with, and me as well, is the displacement. People that have lived here their whole lives, families generationally that have lived here who get displaced.
That the government and the state government should get involved
government issues. What's the issue for Belgium?
Okay, when you are inside the government, you start to see how everything is wrong. When you say affordability, you cannot talk only about rent or how you're going to spend in a house. Everything has like a two ways.
So we keep going, it just goes around and around and around. So it's really hard to say, you can side with harder.
If you want to build in Peekskill, it's immediately a political act. You have to go before a politically elected body. We want to preserve what makes Peekskill special. We have to drastically, immediately build more housing and keep people here. When I'm raising two sons here, and I want them to experience this diversity. I want them to be the world that that they grow up in. And again, people are making decisions that are going to deteriorate that diversity.
What I really believe is that diversity makes a community great. And if there isn't enough affordable housing to make sure that there's opportunities for everybody, then it's going to take away from community.
Hi, I'm Anaya.
Hi, I'm Christina.
And I'm Verity.
And we're students from MARIST College. We just premiered our documentary, Peekskill A Friendly City.
I really hope you enjoyed that. Happy Easter.